So, you know your reflexive verbs, but do you know your reciprocal verbs? Let me explain what they are. Hello and welcome to another Spanish lesson with me, Eva. Today, as promised, I will tell you what reciprocal verbs are, okay? In one of my previous lessons, I talked about reflexive verbs and to help you understand how they work, I told you about the mirror and how when you look and you look into the mirror, what you actually see is your own image, and that's what reflexive verbs are. So you are doing something, but basically you are doing it to yourself. The action that you perform comes back to you, okay? You perform it on yourself. You either brush your hair, brush your teeth, wash your face, okay? Now, in the case of the reflexive verbs, we had the subject performing an action on itself, so the subject and the object were the same person, okay? Whether it was washing your face or brushing your teeth or brushing your hair, you were doing it to yourself, okay? So you were doing it to yourself. You were the subject and the object of that sentence or that verb. With reciprocal verbs, we no longer have the subject doing something to itself, so to speak, okay? Here we always have at least two people involved, and they mutually, reciprocally do the same thing to each other, okay? So what person A does to person B, at the same time person B is doing it back to person A. No, you could say the feelings mutual, or you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. No, so we are doing the same thing, but I'm not scratching my back, I'm scratching yours, but you in return are scratching mine, okay? So let me show you. These subjects had this se ending and they were, I don't know, lavarse, no? This se immediately told us, okay, whoever's doing the washing, they're actually washing themselves, no? These were what we called the reflexive verbs. Today we will have a look at the reciprocal verbs, okay, where we will have subject A doing something to object B, but that object B is at the same time subject B doing the exact same thing to object A, which is actually subject B. I don't know if you can understand this. So this guy is scratching his back, but he in return is scratching his back, okay? So this is the same person and this is the same person. Here, this person is being scratched, or her back is being scratched, and here when it's the subject, it's doing the scratching, whereas here it's the other way around, okay? So again, we have something going on and it's performed by two people and on each other, okay? A few examples here. I don't know, to greet each other. Saludarse, no? Again, we see this se here and we don't greet ourselves. This cannot be a reflexive one, okay? We always greet someone else and in return they greet us back. So it's mutual, it's reciprocal, okay? So saludarse is an example. Fight, no? I can't fight with myself. Pelearse is an example of a reciprocal verb, okay? So we have two people, or maybe more than two people, but definitely at least two fighting each other, okay? Then maybe, I don't know, hug. Abrazarse. Again, I can't hug myself. I mean, it's not the proper hug, no? There always need to be at least two people hugging each other, no? Each other is the key word here. Amarse, no? Loving each other, no? I don't know. Adam and Eve loved each other. Again, each other. Then in Spanish, llevarse is a reciprocal verb, and it means to get on. No, llevarse bien, they get on well, and llevarse mal, they don't get on very well. To know each other, conocerse, no, or to meet. When you first meet someone, you meet them, but they also meet you. No, it's sort of simultaneously you meet each other. Okay, good. Okay, so I've been underlining this se, but you have to keep in mind that it's different to this se. Here it's only one person, and here we have at least two, if not more people involved, which means that here we can only use these verbs in plural. So the grid, if you remember, this side here was singular and this side here was plural. Well, the reciprocal verbs do not exist on the left or in singular. Reciprocal verbs are only present, only exist in their plural form, because we always need at least two people mutually, simultaneously doing the same thing to each other, either fighting each other, hugging each other, meeting or knowing each other, getting along with each other well or not, loving each other, greeting each other, etc. Okay, so reciprocal verbs, because there's at least two people involved, only exist in plural. Okay, and the pronouns that we will use are, well, I will make this grid a little bit bigger, actually more space here, because here we have nothing, and here we have nos, os, and se. Okay, so nos saludamos, os saludáis, se saludan. The conjugation, same. The verb will only be conjugated in the plural. Okay, saludo, saludas, saluda here is out of order. We don't need it, because if I'm the only one greeting, then I can't be greeting, there's no one else greeting me back, no? So, saludo, saludas, saluda are out, and we only have the plural forms of these verbs. Saludar would be nos saludamos, os saludáis, se saludan. We are fighting, or you're fighting each other, or they're fighting each other. Nos peleamos, os peleáis, se pelean. We hug each other, or you hug each other, or they hug each other, is nos abrazamos, os abrazáis, se abrazan. Again, I'm only giving examples in the present tense, in presente indicativo. Of course, we can conjugate all of these verbs in any tense we like, okay? But to start with and to make it simple, I'm just doing it in the present tense. Okay, we love each other, you love each other, they love each other. Nos amamos, os amáis, se aman. We get on, let's say well, we get on well. Nos llevamos bien, os lleváis bien, se llevan bien. And we know each other. Again, let's say we know each other well. Nos conocemos bien, os conocéis bien, se conocen bien. Okay? Conocerse can mean to know someone well, so know each other well, but also to meet someone. Okay? Good. Okay, so be careful understanding the difference between a reflexive and a reciprocal verb. With the reflexive one, the subject and the object are the same. I'm washing my face. I'm brushing my hair. With the reciprocal one, I'm doing it to someone and this other person is then doing it to me. Okay? We are mutually or simultaneously feeling the same thing. No? We love each other. We help each other. We hug each other. Okay? So here it's each other, and of course it's only possible in plural. Okay? Good. Okay. That's all for today. It was a short lesson, short and sweet, I hope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button as well. Okay, take care, and I'll see you in the next lesson.